So welcome everyone. My name is Jeff Willinger. I'm with Rightpoint. We're one of the sponsors and with Microsoft today putting this amazing event on. And as much as I love to travel around the world talking about employee engagement and user adoption and social business, I did not come up with this, having this event on my own. I get requests from all of you wanting a better understanding of what it really means to be a social business, what this whole idea of employee engagement means, not just building your SharePoint site, but really having engagement and user adoption.
When we think about social, the first thing that often comes to mind was Facebook, Twitter, right? And things like microblogging. It's more than that. And it's because we're looking at that goal in the end of employee engagement. We want to connect those dots. And again, social is that enabler associated with that, bringing that together.
Rolling out a new intranet site in our organization that actually had navigation, and it's a big thing, right? You have to have it. That's what Rightpoint told me. So we have navigation, we have a search feature, and you know what else we have? Control over our own intranet site. To this new site, it knows who you are, your main work location, your title, your phone number. It knows a lot about you automatically to deliver content that's most relevant to you. Give them what they need to do their jobs. Give the information you want them to have so they understand the context in which they're doing their jobs. So the question, what he asked is, we picked SharePoint 2010, is there a reason we didn't pick 2013? It was kind of a miracle we didn't build it in 2007. And the reason I say that, and we had a lot of internal hand-wringing over this, is that at the time we started, Exelon was standardized around SharePoint 2007. The migration to 2010 was probably a prayer for many and a plan for some. Think of engagement as a verb before you think of it as a metric, and it helps a lot.
So what is Yammer? Yammer brings the power of social networking to your company. It's as easy to use as great consumer software like Facebook and Twitter, but it's designed for company collaboration, file sharing, knowledge exchange, and team efficiency. You can post different kinds of messages. So we have this concept at Rightpoint called the Wow Wall. So we've actually started moving that more into Yammer, and we've said now you can praise someone, and that's much more public. We print it off and post it up on our wall still. But it's a great way to acknowledge some great things that people have done. The network we're using today is what's considered an external network, where we can invite people in. You had to be invited into this network. But in order to, this is secure information. This information is secure. It is tied to your company's email address. And with the enterprise license, you can integrate this into Active Directory and secure it even further that way. The activity tracker. This is also interesting to see what are people doing on Yammer. So it's similar to what you see on Facebook, where the activity feed on the right, oh, so-and-so uploaded this image. It's the very real-time version of what's happening in Yammer. Somebody looked at a photo. What are people doing? What was that photo? Jeff looked at a photo. I'm curious what he's looking at. Maybe that's interesting. It's, again, a spark for that interaction and collaboration. But what the concept is that you can interactively work together on a note. You can be, let's say we're in a meeting and I want to collaborate on the notes on this meeting. So I'm starting to type some of my notes here. I can invite other people to work on this conversation. I can actually see what they're typing as I'm typing my notes, so that we can collaborate on the same exact note. It comes up live as I'm typing. It's really powerful.
What are our Aeon's 3 priorities, right? So this mantra has not changed ever since I have been at Aeon. Our focus, Greg Case, when we talk to our analysts externally, internally, we talk about these 3 things. We talk about distinctive client value, we talk about unmatched talent, we talk about operational excellence, and processes in which colleagues can easily collaborate and share the knowledge with each other. What is knowledge sharing at Aeon? So, not surprised to see why we are doing this, right? It's about helping colleagues help clients to drive profitable growth for Aeon. Why are we doing this? It's obviously to deliver value to our clients and increase our colleague engagement. How? It is about creating the tools and the culture, underline, bold, italicize, whichever way, and the culture that embraces knowledge sharing. Our goals are to connect colleagues to expert knowledge so that they can bring the best of Aeon in every situation with our clients. And it's about colleagues, figuring out how do you fit into the organization. And all of these to me are signs of becoming a more connected, more engaged company, because curiosity to learn that and that you have a tool and colleagues are actually using it, I think it's a huge indicator. Based on my interests, based on my client needs, based on my career development, I have access to people, content, communities, and the tools I need to do my job effectively.